Welcome, kings and queens, to Enhanced Holistically Tarot and Life Advice. How are you today? My name is Tamika. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that are tuning in for the very first time, thank you so much. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You'll find a lot of great things here, messages, encouragement from spirit. And for those of my current subscribers, thank you so much for your continued love and support. I couldn't do it without you. And still also share these videos with the messages that you feel for your family, friends, co-workers, whoever might resonate with the messages. Speaking on resignation, everything will not resonate with everyone, so take what belongs to you and leave the rest. All right, don't forget to comment in the comment box. If you desire more personalized reading, please feel free to see the description and schedule one soon. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of oracle cards. The first cards we're going to do is ask your guides, and then we're going to pull power animal cards. Going to get into a quick spread and then end with the inner compass. So spirit, guide, angels, ancestors, divine white light, thank you so much for your presence here, skillfully surrounding us. Thank you for your protection, your peace, your guidance, your clarity, your love, the health and wellness, prosperity and abundance that we all seek. Thank you for the messages that you have for the collective to put us on the highest path, in the highest vibration. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, thank you so much for being here today. We're just going to do a quick reading. I feel like some people are just searching for some type of direction right now. You might be coming to a fork in the road, and you just need a little push from the universe to let you know, hey, I'm doing the right thing, or hey, I might need to turn left, I might need to turn right, whatever the case may be. So let's see what's going on here in these streets. Hope everybody's doing well. The weather is breaking. Get outside into nature, baby. All right, the first thing we got here is Venus. Business. Okay. To me, this share, it talks about abundance. It talks about partnership. It talks about collaborating with others. Okay. Some of you may be embarking on a new business or thinking about a new business, making plans for a new business. Whatever that business is, it's going to be successful as long as you believe. Okay. So let me just take a quick look here and read the explanation. And we know Venus is the planet of love. So you might have a newfound love, which you're turning into a business. It might have been a hobby that's now turning into something that can be more lucrative for you. 52. Oh, it's the last entry in the book. Come on now. What does that mean? All right, so let's read about Venus. Let me turn this down. So business, Venus talks about money, profits, bargaining, negotiating. The abundantly prosperous and infinite loving divine goddess Venus delights in guiding you in your business and money making matters. As the goddess of love and relationships, she affirms that at the heart of all success in business, you'll find good relationships between people who trust one another. She points you to new levels of mastery and applying love in order to create the most advantageous business partnerships possible. She wants to move you past any resistance to her garden of earthly abundance and learn the art of creating prosperity and success. Okay. With her assistance, you'll find that you genuinely love what you're doing professionally and have a new appreciation for those you work with. This win-win approach to business will empower your efforts, and soon you'll find yourself in a state of grace when it comes to succeeding on the material plane. With Venus as your divine mentor, you'll be guided to the right place at the right time and blessed with the right ideas to create a successful outcome for all. Let your heart be as generous as possible in your work and approach it in an art whose creations you delight in. Guard against becoming greedy or drunk with materialism. Venus's messages are business is an art which you can master if you work from the heart and work with love. Oh my God, that's wonderful. Let me just tell y'all, share with y'all. This morning, I try to listen to something inspirational every day just to kind of jumpstart my day, put me in a state of gratitude and love. And this falls right in line. I was listening to Oprah Winfrey, and she had some points to success. A lot of things she talked about was, first of all, believing in yourself, believing in your craft, believing in your skills. Okay. So it was wonderful because it really resonated with me, because I feel like more and more as we're in this matrix, there's all kinds of things that kind of can discourage you and distract you. But tapping into that heart space, whatever that may be for you. For some, it might be art. For some of you, it might be marketing. For some of you, it might be photography. For some of you, it might be counseling. For some of you, it might be healthcare. Whatever it is, okay, that you having a love for, tapping into that heart space, the outcome is going to be that much more optimal versus you're doing it and just doing it in a mundane manner. So for some of you that are embarking on a business or thinking about it, just make sure that it's connecting with your heart. And most importantly, the insert talked about the relationships and partnerships surrounding business. You want to make sure that everyone is on one accord, make sure that everyone is in harmony. Yeah, you might have differences of opinion, but that doesn't mean that it can't contribute to the overall success of whatever project or venture you're trying to go on. So that is wonderful. That's for somebody. I'll take it for 300, Alex. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do a power animal card. We're going to jump into the tarot, and then we're going to end with the inner compass card. I hope that was a lot of encouragement for a lot of us. And then the fact that the angel or God or whoever this figure is looking down on all of it, making sure that you are successful, making sure that you are protected. Okay. And relationships are important. A lot of us think we can do a lot of things by ourselves, and for the most part we can, but we're all supposed to be like a tribe, a community to help one another, right? Speaking of that, the Raven came out called Magic. It says own your power. Own your power. So let's read about that. But before I even get into that, does not tie in line with the love of business or love of partnership or love of whatever your heart space is reminding you that you used to love, but maybe have gotten away from it. Some of you, this might be just a gentle nudge from God, the universe, the ancestors, and the angels to get back to those things that you love, to get back to those things that make you light up, okay? So let's talk about the Raven. So owning your power is another thing I heard this morning in inspirational speaking. Owning your power is more or less being authentic to self, not trying to run the race against anyone, just knowing that you're only in a race with yourself. Okay? You have your higher self and you have your lower self. You have your higher vibration, you have the lower vibration. The only competition is you. Are there a lot of people that's doing the same thing you're doing? Absolutely. But nobody can do it like you. And that is the power that we're owning, okay? Not worried about who's doing what around us, but really just knowing that you're at the right place at the right time doing the right thing for you. No one else, okay? Because what you do for yourself and what you pour into yourself, ultimately your cup will run over and everybody else will get the benefits and the fruits of that. So you don't have to worry about shunning anybody. You don't have to worry about cutting anybody out. You stay in your lane. When I was in the military and we used to have to qualify on the range with our weapon, that was one thing they always said, and they made a point to say, not just for safety purposes, but just for the fact of your focus. Okay, a lot of us are losing. Sometimes we lose focus. We all do. We're not perfect, but it's more important to have the practice to bring that focus back into view so you can what? Own your power. Let's talk about the Raven. I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to read it. It's on page 99. For those of you that follow some type of numerology and that means something to you, it's on page 99. Let's read about the Raven, the magic, okay? So trying to keep yourself little by denying your power so you won't be a threat to anyone merely keeps you in a false bubble of safety. Of course, at least that way you won't get noticed much or stand out. Well, that trick was worn out its welcome. You're more powerful than you think you are, so it's time to stop pretending. Those psychic games you play, like finding convenient parking spaces or knowing when a certain someone is going to call, those are all just parlor tricks. Yet they're subtle testimonies to the gifts you have. There's no need to take on airs about your incredible talents. Let them serve you, but mainly let them be of service to others, whether human, animal, plant, or mineral. Use your abilities to demonstrate to others that there is this amazing power of spirit available that can move mountains, a force that can be assessed with the proper mix of faith, intention, and focus. Come on now. So stop doubting, worrying, or making excuses and own your capacity to be a powerful magician. Use these gifts to help make this a better world for all beings. The additional associations are shadow, insight, prophecy, and shape shifting. Come on, y'all. Is the universe not giving y'all the encouragement that you need, at least for today? Tomorrow might be a whole nother story. Yesterday is gone. But today, the universe is saying, be that magician. Own your power. You have your support system. Okay? The goddess Venus is going to ensure that you have everything possible to make it all work out. Okay? For your highest good. And for the haters, let them hate. They have their part to play. Let them hate. Let them sit on the sidelines paying more attention to you than themselves and not tapping into their power. You make sure that you don't fall prey of that, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Let's go ahead. What's at the heart of the matter? What's at the heart of the matter? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's do this. We shuffled a couple times. All right. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, this is the way to start it out, kings and queens. The Eight of Pentacles. This talks about you are really focused on your craft. Some of you may be going back to school. Some of you are learning a new hobby. But for the most part, all in all, you are focused on your craft. You're making sure you burn that midnight oil, if that's what it takes, for you to get your projects out there, for you to get your inspirations out there. Some of you are having a lot of ideas coming in the midnight hour, and you keep wondering why you're waking up between the hours of 12 and 4, 12 and 5, 1 and 6, whatever the case may be. It's because the universe is trying to get you to get up and write some things down, okay? Meditation, so that you can have a clear direction on your endeavors and see it to success. This person is also an apprenticeship card. So some of you might be working on something that's going to be grand, and you need to just continue to believe that you have that magic, that you're owning your power, okay? I heard something this morning. It says there is no such thing as luck. And this is so true, and I believe it to the fullest. There's no such thing as luck. Your blessings come from your preparation and meeting that with the opportunities presented. And that comes together harmoniously so that whatever your dream, your aspirations, whatever that is for you, your belief comes to fruition. And I really had to sit there and eat on that. A lot of us feel like we're not getting things fast enough, but you do have to take responsibility and ask yourself, if I get this thing that I'm asking for, will I know how to handle it? Will I be a good steward over it? Am I ready for it? Do I have enough growth and maturity and tenacity to be able to govern it so that it can optimize to the fullest, right? So that's wonderful. That's at the heart of the matter. Just continue on in that vein of inspiration. Continue believing in yourself, even when no one else does. The divine didn't put it in your heart for nothing, didn't put it in your vortex for nothing. And as you continue to believe in yourself, you'll see that all the doors, everything will start to flow in divine timing. The Chariot, this is what's crossing you right now, okay? This is a challenge, but it's also an inspiration and encouragement that you got to keep going, that you got to take the bull by the horn, so to speak, that you're overcoming, you're working through some things. Yeah, we might have all of us go through circumstances, things that we could not control, but you're moving through it and you're healing through it. You're taking this on with full speed ahead. This is your push from the divine, kings and queens. So much like this Eight of Pentacles, sometimes you can get weary with this Eight of Pentacles. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you can get weary, but you got to push through. And that's what the Chariot talks about. Pushing through so that you can see everything that you're working for to the end. Okay? What they say, the race is not given to the swift or to the ones that's fast, but those that endure to the end. Okay? You may have to write down the pros and cons of a situation. I look at that Sphinx right here, these black and white Sphinx, indicative of just counting the costs, looking at the details. But at the end of the day, you got to get on and you got to keep it moving, kings and queens. These are all beautiful pushes. And don't think for a second you won't encounter opposition. You see she has this object in her hand, meaning I'm going to slay whatever the hell is trying to get in my way because I got to keep moving. Not in a crab-like mentality, but in a mentality of determination, in the action, in the heart, in the energy of determination. Okay? What is lying in the subconscious for these kings and queens? This is a collective reading. Thank you. The Four of Pentacles. So some of you subconsciously are getting a little weary. And like I said, it's okay. It's okay. But as you see here, they're more worried about these 3 cups on the ground than they worried about the divine trying to show them another avenue. Don't let this be us. We all get weary. We all get discouraged. All right? Take your nap. Take your spiritual bath. Light your candles. Light your sage. Sage yourself. Sage your home. Sage your projects. Speak affirmations. Look yourself in the mirror. All the whatever it is you need to do to keep pushing, this is what it's saying. The 4 cups is saying you may need to meditate. You might need to steal away, right? But don't stay in seclusion forever. Don't stay in isolation forever because you can't cry over spilled milk. We can't focus so much on the challenges that we can't see the blessing that's right there in front of us. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, dear spirit guide and angels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Page of Pentacles. This is in the recent past here. So like I said, those messages, those ideas that may come, they're now here before you. You're holding this brand new coin. What's next? A lot of you are asking. We already know what's next. You make the vision. Write it down, make it plain, execute. That's what we do. All right? Venus is here for you. The divine is here for you. Do your part. Play your position. Stay in your lane. Keep your focus. Meditate. Don't medicate. That's what J. Cole said. Okay. What's in the conscious here for the collective? What's in the conscious? Okay. That one flew out. The death card. Nobody's dying, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens. Nobody's dying. This is a good card because everything that has an ending has a new birth. Some of you are going through a transition cycle. Some things are dying off. But best believe there is light at the end of the tunnel. You see this sun in the background? There's light. Okay? I read a meme that was so doggone dope. It says, I stopped waiting for the light at the end of the tunnel, and I lit that motherfucker on fire myself. Some of you need to take on that same notion, that same energy. Stop waiting for somebody to congratulate you. Stop waiting for somebody to come around for your support. There's all other support around you. Sometimes we make the mistake of looking at specific people thinking they're supposed to be our support system, when it's all these other conglomerate of tribes around us that's saying you can do it. Keep going. Don't lose focus. Okay? Some of you are going through that transformation period, and you got to keep going. Some things have to die off so other things can be rebirthed. Some of you is relationships. Some of you need to move. Whatever the case may be, whatever is no longer serving you, it's time for it to be cut out because we got stuff to do. We got to own our power, maintain our magic, right? All right. Talk to my dog. She booty sweet me. I take her to the vet. King of Pentacles. Do you need any more? Do you need any more encouragement? King of Pentacles. Sitting on your throne. Knowing how to conduct this business. Okay? You know how to do this. I used to have this teacher in nursing school, and when we used to think we wasn't connecting the dots, right? And she used to be so adamant, you know this stuff. You know this stuff. She had to tell us that so that we can remember that we know what it is we're talking about. Sometimes we just have to connect the dots, kings and queens, to make it all work for us. And when you're sitting in your throne and your power, you are getting a whiff on how to connect these dots so that this King of Pentacles can work for you. Some of you, it might be you working with an earth sign, okay? Whatever the case may be. This is in your this is in your near future. So keep that up. Let's see what else is going on. This is good. This is good. Don't fall in a state of depression. Don't fall in a state of seclusion. Don't lock yourself out. The Hermit, talking about meditation, introspection. Ooh, what's going on here? Am I there? I don't know what just happened, but I'm gonna keep going because I do not want to stop this video. The Hermit card, introspection. All right, there we go. A lot of you are called to do that. Okay, like I said, sit down, count the costs. Look, map out the pros and cons. Map out who you should have in your social circle. Map out who you need to distance yourself from. Map out what you need to stop eating so that you can have more clarity and intuition. Whatever it is for you, okay? You make it fit your situation. However it is, you know what's going on with you, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens. Love you so much. What's going on in the environment for the collective? The Two of Wands, going on a journey. This goes a lot with details, making choices. Which way do I go? All right, you're making plans. That's wonderful. Makes sense. All right, some of you have already have mastered what it is that you've been planning and studying. Now it's time to execute. Who do I need in my corner? Who's going to help me push this to optimize it? All right. So that's what's in the environment right now. That Two of Wands. Now you're ready to put forth action to the endeavor you've been studying. What is the hopes and fears for the kings and queens? What is the hopes and fears? The Knight of Wands. Okay. This is good. On the hope side, you're ready to move forward. Stop procrastinating if this be you, okay? On the hope side. The Knight of Wands is very determined, very focused. However, the Knight of Wands also needs some direction, okay? Because while this be a push from the universe and fast-moving energy, we want to make sure that we're moving in the right direction at the right time and have the right resources available to us. So that is not necessarily a fear, but it's definitely something to keep in mind when you're executing, okay? Make sure you're not executing prematurely, and definitely make sure that you're looking at all angles as much as possible. And the only way to really get insight on that, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, is through your meditation. Because the divine is going to give you deposits, uploads, downloads, however you want to load it. It's going to give you deposits on how to execute and make it optimal, okay? Not to say we won't make mistakes. Not to say we won't have to go back and regroup. None of that is in vain. It's okay. It's okay. A lot of you have already had started businesses that may have not been as successful, but does that mean you're not supposed to do it? Absolutely not. That just means we have to go back and recalibrate some things. All right, the Knight of Swords. So now we got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So again, in a sense, meditation, slow down a little bit, okay? Gain some clarity. The Knight of Swords is all about moving, charging ahead, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you move forward, you want to move forward with direction, focus, and clarity. We're going to clarify some of these. On the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. I love. But let me tell you something about the King of Wands. The King of Wands is, and then on the bottom of that, we got the Ace of Swords. So that's just wonderful right there. That just overshadowed everything about this night, giving direction, purpose, and motivation. The King of Wands is about action, execution, following through. Okay, the King of Wands is a leader in their own right. However, The King of Wands can sometimes be just a little rigid, just a little bit. So the advice there is to be just a little bit flexible with your plans. Because like I said, everything might not go off without a hitch the very first time. That's okay, because we're learning lessons. We're getting better. We're pushing forward, right? So don't think that that's in vain. The Ace of Wands is right under that. I mean, the Ace of Swords, excuse me. So there is some clarity coming about for a lot of you. Okay? Clarity is coming. You have the wherewithal to have the knowledge. And that comes with lessons learned. That comes with collaboration. That comes with steeling yourself, meditation, all of that. That comes with planning. That comes with preparation. Okay? So this is what the universe is giving. Let me see. Let's draw one more card, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the inner compass card. Give me one more card, Spirit, for the collective. This is just going to be merely an advice card. Thank you. The Five of Swords. This is the advice that some people may not be happy for you. You got to have that reality check. There might be some people that's in the background talking and doubting you. You can't worry about that, okay? What you need to do is stay in your lane and stay focused. For some of you, you might be encountering this very thing right now, and we all do at different stages, okay? You want to be careful with your words, though, because while you speak blessings over yourself, you want to make sure that you're also subliminally, subconsciously not speaking curses. Be careful of your thoughts, because while you're sitting there trying to manifest this business or whatever it is that endeavor is, whatever it is that you're trying to see come to fruition, be careful of your thoughts. Because so the Five of Swords talks about thoughts or things being said that may offend, that may be in error. It might be you saying it to someone or someone saying it to you. And just know, kings and queens, you ain't got to defend a damn thing. You stay in your power. You own your power. You keep it moving. You set your sights and you keep it moving forward. This will always be circulating. Always. But this also helps us to grow because everyone has an opinion. You know, everybody has an opinion, but you can't worry about everybody else's opinion. You got to know that you're doing all that you're doing so that you can be the best version of yourself. What other advice do we have here for the collective? The freaking Magician. Come on now. I can't make this shit up. The Raven, the Magician. Very last card, kings and queens. That's the way you end the damn reading right there. That's the way you start your day right there. Everything that's been said is all about you being in your power. All about you knowing that you have everything that it damn takes to execute. Okay? So let these dreams flow. Don't die. Don't leave this earth plane, this 3D dimension. There's nothing wrong with being here. Some of us, we want to fly out and be somewhere else, and that's fine. But you got to remember that your soul chose to be here for such a time as this. So while you're here, make the most of it. Okay? Be the magician. Know who you are. Own your power, like the Raven says. Okay? Soar high. Soar high in your stuff. I love this. That was the way to end the reading right there with that damn Magician. I mean, oh gosh. Oh gosh. And be flowing. You see the infinity sign above her head? You see the number one there? The Magician is the number one card in the deck. Be number one. Don't be number two. It ain't cute to be in somebody else's shadow. It ain't cute to just dim your light. It ain't cute. That's your ego. Okay? But your heart space, your divine guidance says you need to soar high. Forget what everybody else is talking about. Forget what everybody else is doing. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Okay, I'm almost out of here. Thank y'all so much for bearing with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I love to see your comments. Please comment. Please, please comment. All right, what we got? Inner compass. The magnets. Let's read about the magnets. Let's read about the magnets. Without even looking at the explanation, when I think of magnet, I think about law of attraction. I think about the things that you put out in the universe and how they so generously and lovingly come back to you. And some people putting out shit that's not so good and it's coming back to them because there is a thing called karma. So make sure you keep your karma clear and handle your business. The magnet is on page, where is it? The magnet. 24. 24 for those that care to know the numerology. 24. Let's read about the magnet. What I say, y'all, it starts out by saying the law of attraction is a law of nature. All things similar in nature will naturally gravitate to one another. This law is as true and as straightforward as gravity. Everything is made of energy, including you and your thoughts. Seen like this, everything is connected. Energy attracts energy. If you send out a signal, the law of attraction matches this signal to all those things with a similar vibration. Like a magnet, your thoughts attract reality. Even when you think about what you do not want, that is exactly what you shall attract. Your whole life today and every new day after mirrors this law. Everything you live now is created by yesterday's thoughts. What you think today will shape your future. Do you see the connection between what you think and what happens in your life? This card asks you to choose your thoughts wisely. If you do, you can experience the power of potency of the law of attraction and steer your life more and more consciously. If you want this law to work in your favor, it is important to set goals and stay focused. Everything you give attention will grow, and this applies to your intentions as well. Imagine that whatever you want to create is already there. Visualize it, feel it, believe in it. Give it extra strength by starting to feel grateful for the effects already. The final step, let it go. To let go is to attract. Thank you so much for tuning in, kings and queens, to enhance holistically tarot and life advice. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thank you so much. Until we see each other again, I love you. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh.